Welcome again to the Vine Sell Real Estate Podcast, California, Central Valley. I'm your host, Frank Gray, with my co-host, Desiree Soliz. What's up, Des? How's it going?
It's going good. How are you today?
I'm good, man. I'm doing really good, Hey, I'm heading to Florida tomorrow for a few days.
Oh, nice.
A little bit of business, yeah, but it'll be fun. Go to
Nice.
the East Coast for a minute, see what's going on over there.
So what side are you going to be on, the east or on the Gulf side?
Oh gosh, Tampa. Where's that? I never know.
I think it's
Florida.
Gulf side, I think.
Is it? Yeah. Oh no, I think it is. Yeah, you're right. I think it's the Gulf side. So yeah. Probably the better
Nice.
side. What do I know?
Yes.
I
don't know either.
all our Florida listeners be like, "Hey, it's not true." All right. So, hey, I'm glad we're having this discussion today, which is, like if someone was thinking about selling their house, what are the do's and don'ts of that? How do you prepare for it? That kind of a thing. And you being the resident expert out there in the Central Valley, I thought, well, you know what? You probably got some answers for these people, Des. So
I definitely do. Of course, number one is to call me, first of all.
Absolutely.
First and foremost is to give me a call. I usually have a list of things that I have my clients do to get prepared to sell their house. And of course, number one is to call me, or if we're not in this area, call the realtor you trust, and schedule an appointment for them to come out and actually take a look at your home and go over everything. So one of the biggest things I tell everyone is curb appeal, of course, is the number one. But nowadays, curb appeal is not just driving by the house. It is curb appeal is how, it looks online. I mean, that's number one.
Good thinking.
That is like, I would say, our new curb appeal. So first, we go over numbers, give me a call, shoot me over their payoff amount, let me know what their plan is. Are you planning on purchasing another home? Are you planning on just selling this and just retiring and living in an RV? Have a plan. So that is like number one. They need to have a plan and let me know what the plan is. And then I go over, numbers with them to make sure that the net is going to, fit with their plan, because a lot of people don't realize, they think, you sell their house and there's no fees. So we go over the fees that,
right.
Because there are costs to selling your home. And after that, then, we go over all the fun stuff on how to prepare your home. Every market's different. Those markets where their homes are priced over $1 million, you do more to the homes. You do some fresh paint. Sometimes we tell them to update, the kitchens, the bathrooms, just depending on the market. But let's talk about the Los Banos market. Okay. In Los Banos, like I said, the medium home price is about $425 to $450. You're not going to put a lot into it because you're not going to get it all back.
Gotcha.
So if you've already updated everything, then more than likely just leave it as is. Don't go in there and gut your entire kitchen, and it's not going to make a whole lot of a difference. Just depending on, how much you owe on the home and what you're expecting to get from it. My biggie is decluttering your home, depersonalizing it. That is
personalizing. So yes. Pictures, all that kind of stuff.
All that stuff. Basically, on my list, and that actually helps with photography. So me and my photographer, I have a nice little team. So my photographer and me went over a list, and he gave me a list of, things that he would expect to help the home photograph better. And then we compile them together. And that's like number one is depersonalizing, taking all those family pictures down. You have fireplace mantle, clearing it off. All the nooks and crannies, clear everything, kitchen counters, empty. You want all of that stuff. Basically start packing, in so many words. Start packing up your stuff, and less is more in this case, especially on our smaller homes. You want the home to look as open as possible, especially in the pictures.
Yeah.
It makes a difference.
Yeah, the horizontal surface thing is a big one, isn't it? I don't think people realize how much stuff they have on all their horizontal surfaces, huh?
They don't. They really don't. I mean, you have coffee pots, microwave ovens, toasters.
Yeah.
Everything. And that, you want it to be empty. You want that space to be clear, because it makes a difference in, pictures. You want them to see how much counter space they're going to have.
Yeah.
You want all of those key points to shine. And the best way to do it is, take all of your stuff off of it and let them imagine their stuff on it instead of yours, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like carpets, floors, painting, that kind of a thing. Thoughts on that for the four, mid 400 homes that you're talking about in Los Banos?
Depending on how bad the house is,
Yeah.
I mean, really, it's all about condition.
Yeah.
If it's really bad and rough, and I know a coat of paint's going to make a huge difference on, walking through and it's going to make a difference, then
Yeah.
definitely I'm going to recommend painting. If you have cabinets that are painted white and it's just chipping everywhere, of course, I'm going to tell you want to touch it up.
Mm.
If the carpets are okay, I'm going to recommend shampooing them because that makes a difference. And then it also changes the smell of a home. Like and I hate saying it, but if you have a smelly house, that's what your house is going to be known as. So if the carpet has like pet odor or things like that, I am going to recommend to either change it out or have it deeply cleaned, because cleaning your home makes such a big difference. And I mean, it's a home. We all live there and we clean it, but like that deep clean, it makes a big difference. Huge difference.
Yeah. The pet thing can be a real problem, can it?
It can be, yes. If you have a pet and it's had some problems in the house, you're definitely, a lot of times I will recommend tearing out the carpet,
Really?
and trying to find the cheapest solution if I know it's going to make it that much more difficult to sell. And you have to also depends on the type of market. Like right now we have low inventory. So, but we have price. It just depends. Like if there's a ton of homes on the market and you need yours to stand out, I'm going to tell you to shine it up and yes, change that because it's going to make a huge difference.
Gosh,
yeah.
All right, cool.
And then cleaning your yard, you want the
let's
yard
talk about yards. What do you think about that? That's true. Front and back
You
yards.
freshen it up. A lot of times throwing just bark in your planters and cutting your grass back and pulling all the weeds, that makes a huge difference. Minimal. I'm all about less is more, especially when you're trying to sell your home. I mean, new construction homes, less, it looks clean and they can see what they can do to the home, Backyard, if you have all dirt back there, make sure there's no junk back there. Clear all the weeds if you don't plan on doing anything. Just making it a clean, level surface out there. Things like that. It's just about making sure that they can move in and do what they want to it. If, you feel like you want to add stuff to the home, or before you meet with your realtor, you're like, oh, I'm going to do this, do that. No, don't do that. Call us out there so we can help you. Because I would hate for someone to go drop $20,000 on a counter when really you can get a counter for a couple, $1,000.
Yeah.
That's going to give you the same comeback. You don't want to go high end.
Yeah, I get it.
Especially out here in the valley.
Let me ask you this, Des. What about like when buyers come in, they're going to get a bunch of reports, right? They're going to get a pest report and a roof and all these things. Is it wise for the seller to just go ahead and get that stuff and take care of it, or what are your thoughts on that kind of stuff?
Okay, per market area. So Hollister, you get, as a seller, it is your duty usually to get the reports. So in that area, we have a home inspection done and a pest done.
Okay.
In Los Banos itself, no, it doesn't work like that. The buyer does. The buyer does all the reports and gets whatever they want done. After they look over the reports, then they shoot us a repair request.
Yeah.
So it's very, very seldom that you're going to come to Los Banos and look at a resale home that has an inspection report attached to it.
Really? That's interesting.
It is. Yeah. And I think it's because of the price points.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. If you suspected that there's issues somewhere, would you recommend that they get those reports though?
I would recommend
have them up front or
well, yes. I mean, if there's an issue and they know and it needs to be fixed, I say fix it.
Okay.
You fix it, take care of it. If you think there's a leak under this and that and you've seen it, you need to get up there and have someone go and take a look at it and take care of it right away. Like I said, I mean, yes, they can do the reports out here, but like I said, it's in this little market, this little 48,000, population city. Nobody does the reports. No sellers do reports.
Gotcha.
But I always say
the way it is, customary.
It's a very customary, yes, to have no reports here. That is all on the buyers.
It's Hollister, different story.
Hollister's a different story. Hollister, yes. And there are some that don't do them in Hollister, but the majority do have reports in Hollister.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So that's cool to know. Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to, and that's something too, like my sellers, when I have buyers, I have them factor that into their budget. Hey, you're going to have to pay not only for your appraisal, but you have those inspections, because sellers don't pay for that in Los Banos.
Yeah. Is it customary in Los Banos for, like, okay, let's say they run reports and there's some stuff that needs to be fixed. Is it pretty customary to try and negotiate that between the buyer and the seller? Okay.
Yes. Unless we're already giving back a credit.
Yeah.
So right now in this market, what I'm telling a lot of my sellers is be prepared for credits. Everyone's asking for a credit to buy down their rate, a credit towards their closing costs, a credit, and then if they do reports and they've already negotiated a credit out the gate, that's a different story. Then we renegotiate everything, unless it's like major problem, like Section 1 termites or something along that lines. To my clients, come on, you cannot sell a house with termites,
Yeah.
or lender required repairs. That's the
Right.
biggie.
Yeah.
So, normally how we respond. So as a seller, I represent sellers. We'll get those home inspections, pest inspections, and then a buyer's agent, the selling agent, will shoot us over a request for repairs, but we don't have that appraisal back yet. We don't respond to anything until I know what the appraisal is coming in at, or what repairs the lender's going to require, because those supersede everything. And that.
Yeah.
If the lender needs it done, that has to get done, if you want the deal to close.
Yeah. Good stuff. I really appreciate the fact that you the first thing you brought up was, hey, let's have a plan, number one, and number two, let's make sure the money's there. Let's make sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, I have seen in my 35 years of experience, I have seen scenarios where people, got in neck deep and never even really knew what they were truly going to net on their home, because some agents feel like, well, that's the escrow company's job. They'll figure that out or whatever. So you walk people through the numbers right away, right up front.
Right up front. Like, that's all part of my listing presentation. I want them to know exactly what they're going to get. I want them to know what all the fees are going to be. Right. Nothing, no hidden agendas. Yeah, everything. I think it's important, because if they're using that money to buy a home and they're not going to net enough, they're going to be homeless, and that's my fault. That's my responsibility. I take that responsibility, making sure that it goes and flows so they're not stressed out. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah. How's it going right now? Get any homes for sale yourself right now, or?
I have one of my listings about to close this week. I have some new construction in. I'm working on a few things here and there. It's working on a duplex to list.
Okay.
A duplex to list in Hollister, but it's trying to get the seller to get me the stuff I need, because we have to disclose the rent, the lease agreements, all of that stuff out the gate. So just trying to get that information. So hopefully I can get that out there. There are definitely some good incoming generating duplexes. What else do I got working on? A few things here and there, but
here and there. You got some business going on. You got some listings in the pot. Yeah.
Just always something, right? Trying to stay busy. And then what happens is then it gets flat and we freak out. Then everything hits us like a tidal wave and
piles on. Right.
Yes. But that's how we like it.
And full disclosure, it's October, 2023. We're heading into the winter months. This is a nesting time for a lot of people.
Yes. This is a slowdown time.
Things cool off a teeny bit, and it's kind of welcome a lot of the times. I think it's kind of like good. I mean, I like to nest too.
Yes.
So.
Yes. Well, this is when we get to jump in and get everything back in order again.
Yeah, exactly. Well, those are great tips and great thoughts on getting ready to sell, Des. So, the best way for someone to reach out to you, what's the best phone number?
209-587-2259.
Okay, so that is 209-587-2259 to reach Desiree Soliz.
Yes.
And she can help you if you're thinking about selling. If you're in that Central Valley area, she is the resident pro out there. She can help you out. Again, contact Desiree Soliz at 209-587-2259. You're going to know what your numbers are right up front. No messing around.
right up front. No surprises. No
That
surprises.
that's a big deal. Well, awesome, Des. Hey, super appreciate you as always being here and co-hosting with me for the Central Valley on the Buy and Sell Real Estate podcast for California. It's always a
Yes.
pleasure. And
Thank you. Same.
yeah, hey, you know what? Maybe next time we'll talk about what buyers should be looking at, or who knows? We'll come up with something. There's always something to talk about in real estate. That's for sure.
Always,
So,
never a dull moment.
yeah, it's so true. All righty. Well, good enough, Des. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you
Yes.
again. And for the
Thank you.
You bet. And for the rest of you listening, just tune into us next time here on the Buy and Sell Real Estate Podcast, California, Central Valley, with myself, Frank Garay, and Desiree Soliz. Don't forget, reach out to Desiree for all of your real estate needs out there in the Central Valley, 209-587-2259. She'll happily take care of you if you're buying or selling. With that, we're going to get on out of here. We'll catch you guys next time here. Adios, my friends.
Bye.